Hello everyone and welcome to our last day of Night March week. Now, it's been a pretty okay week, I'd say. We did lose a couple of games, I believe, throughout the week. But overall, I think the deck has been doing great. It is the deck to beat coming out of week 1 of state championships, so you can definitely expect for it to be really popular amongst all kinds of players, new and like veterans, and especially you can expect a lot of Night March counters. So a lot of Trevenant potentially, a lot of dark decks with heavy count of Pokemon Tool Denial cards, because what really makes this deck's matchup good against dark decks is the Fighting Fury belt, because Joltiks become a nightmare to deal with for that deck. Like, you don't trade well against 70 HP Joltiks, whereas you do trade well against 30 HP Joltiks. Now, I think we are up against a Magnetic Robotic deck, if I'm not mistaken. So, this could prove interesting. Okay, I'm gonna grab the Sycamore because I can't discard it with the Ultra Ball. Now the question is about the Dimension Valley. Can I afford to discard that? I think I can. So to start off, I'm gonna discard those two cards. I'm going to Ultra Ball for a Shaymin, and I'm gonna take advantage of this. There's okay, 1, 2, 3, all 4 Lampents, and then 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay, so there's every single Pokemon available to me is currently in the deck. Now I'm going to use the other Ultra Ball. I'm going to discard the Buddy Rescue, which is unfortunate. I have to be really careful with how I discard my Pokemon. And I think I'm gonna go for the Pumpkaboo because Joltiks are really frail coming into this match. And they're really prone to Crobat drops, even with the extra HP. So I'm gonna play my Shaymin first, draw a full set of 5 fresh cards. We really want to hit Floatstone for sure, but also, how'd you call it? Also, Battle Compressors. That's the main priority here. So we do get a Joltik. We can keep the Hex Maniac, but we're not gonna use it right now. And I believe my play is to attach the Floatstone and simply Sycamore away this hand, because I can reuse the Hex Maniac and the Lysandre, but especially the Hex Maniac later on to deny Crobat drops if my opponent is playing Crobat. And okay, I do get a Battle Compressor finally. I'm gonna check how many double colorless energy. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Okay, so 1 double colorless is priced. Double colorless. It's a bit hard for me to pronounce. Now, how many Night Marchers do I have in my discard pile right now? There's 1, 2, and 3. With the Lampent we have in our hand, it's gonna be 4, 5, 6. We want 7. No, we want 8 minimum. So I'm gonna discard a Joltik. Because we have to make sure we have enough attackers for every... Okay, the stadium seems important, because we're gonna focus on Pumpkaboo. So I'm gonna Ultra Ball, I'm gonna discard the Trainer's Mail. No, not the Trainer's Mail, the Pumpkaboo and the Lampent. And I'm gonna go for my 3rd Shaymin here. Question is, 2 Joltiks and 2 Pumpkaboos. Do I play the Puzzle of Time or do I hold on to it? Okay. Off of that, I get another Compressor. which I really don't think I will need anymore. Yeah, my opponent is falling asleep, but that's how turn ones go for Night March, honestly. I'm sorry, but that's just how it goes. I'm not gonna get rid of any more Night Marchers. I'm gonna get rid of other not so useful cards, which I believe are those. And now I'm gonna play my third Shaymin EX, and hopefully we'll be all set for next turn. I do get the Fighting Fury belt. I'm gonna keep it because I'm in no threat from my opponent, and I'm just gonna pass for now because if all goes well, I can KO Manectric in the next turn, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Night Marchers exactly. With the Fighting Fury belt, we have the KO on the regular Manectric. There's a Zubat, so it is Manectric Bats. And things are looking good. That was a really good turn 1. Our deck is thin enough where we can be sure we'll be able to get what we need. We have a Versus Seeker for utility in case we need to Lysandre something up, or in case we have to use a Hex Maniac to prevent KOs, or even to prevent Shaymins for my opponent because he attached to the active Pokemon right now. That means he's gonna lose his energy drop. So he's gonna need a ton of resources to be able to KO Pumpkaboo next turn. It's gonna be really hard for him. Now the question here is, do I attach because I need to bench the Joltik most likely next turn. So do I attach the Fighting Fury belt to Joltik or to Pumpkaboo? That's an important question right now. Like thinking long term, if I believe Pumpkaboo can survive the turn with the Fighting Fury belt, then that's a better play. If I don't, then I should attach the Fighting Fury belt to Joltik. And I believe... Oh, so it's actually Mega Manectric. That's a bit more scary, for sure. That means if he has Mega Turbo, we might not be in the best of positions. That actually changes a lot of things. That actually changes a ton of things. We don't have information yet on if he has Mega Turbos or not. Because for a Golbat, going for those damage counter drops, he's gonna place a 20 damage onto Pumpkaboo. So we might actually be better off attaching the Fighting Fury belt to the Joltik. Might be. Not entirely sure. Okay, actually get another Pumpkaboo. I don't think he has space enough for stadium cards. So what I'm going to do here is... do I attach... Okay, I'm gonna attach the Fighting Fury belt to this Pumpkaboo. I'm gonna attach the DCE. Going to play the Dimension Volley, and I'm going to retreat and get myself a KO. Now the question is, do I play the Puzzle of Time? Do I use my Versus Seeker on the Hex Maniac to prevent any damage drops? Do I use Erosic to remove the Manectric Spirit Link? That sounds tempting. I'm gonna play my Puzzle of Time, check what, or rather manipulate what I will top deck. I'm gonna put the Verse Seeker first, 100% sure. So knowing I will top deck that gives me the freedom to potentially... Okay, Hex Maniac or Xerosic. Hex Maniac guarantees Pumpkaboo survives. Hex Maniac guarantees Pumpkaboo survives. Xerosic, though, will make him lose the turn whenever he decides to evolve into Mega Manectric. So, yeah, Xerosic also guarantees Pumpkaboo survives. So, I think I'm pretty set here. 170 damage, just enough. Absolutely perfect. We get our 2 prizes off of that. If he had attached a Fighting Fury belt, then we would have definitely needed the Xerosic to remove it and get the KO. Or potentially used Lysandre, but against that deck it's really important to simply remove all energy off of the field. I would not be surprised if he has Max Elixir though. I really would not be surprised. He places the damage onto a Pumpkaboo. Now I have 60 HP left, but that's more than enough to survive this turn, even if he has a TCE, even if he attaches a Muscle Band. He's actually gonna use Supercross, which is a smart move I guess, but given the position I'm in right now, this Verse Seeker, instead of becoming a Sycamore, I'm just gonna go for a Lysandre and once again KO the Manectric, which is the only real threat, in my opinion, as of this moment. And yeah, there's the concession. So pretty dominant from our end. I believe if we had gone second, we would have gotten the KO onto the Manectric. So yeah, let's find ourselves our last game of the week. Unless it's a very short one, then I'll go for a third one, of course. But looks like we're up against potentially another Night March deck with Milotic. We are going first, but because I have an inkling that this is a Night March mirror match, I'm gonna choose to go second, which is weird, I know, but I learned this the hard way. The only city championship I did not top cut was because I chose to go first in a Night March mirror match. That is the absolute only reason why I did not top cut every single city championship. And there we go. There's the Joltik. So I was right about that. See, the thing here is Puzzle of Time is going to be very important. And seeing how he has a water Pokemon, he has the Milotic advantage, which means he can potentially get back double colorless energy, but he actually discards one right now, so that's good for us. And any KO we can take through Shaymin onto Joltik is also going to be pretty important. Like the Night March mirror match, okay, he goes for a Hex Maniac. And doesn't do much else, which is good. You usually don't want to use Shaymin in the mirror match. So I do have 2 DCs, which is great to get back, to get 2-hit KOs or 1-hit KOs back to back. I'm gonna discard the teammates because that's going to be a very important card for the mirror match. And all 4 DC are available to us, which is great. And I don't need to play like go crazy on the first turn to get my first KO. And the issue here is I have to get KOs every single turn, because he will most likely get KOs every single turn from now on. So as long as I can keep that up, I should be in a good position. Now this Puzzle of Time is not ideal. Like drawing that Puzzle of Time is not ideal because of the fact that the only way I can get back things is through Puzzle of Time. But seeing what I just got, I'm gonna keep the Fighting Fury belt to hopefully allow Joltik to survive the turn perhaps. And I'm gonna have to play the Puzzle of Time in order to ensure I have something going for next turn, which I will not. Wow. Okay, I have to place the Dimension Valley so that if he KOs, I can KO back. And I'm gonna actually place the Battle Compressor. So a lot will depend on what I can get off of my prize here, because otherwise we are in a lot of trouble. Another compressor. Yikes. Okay, it's not the end of the world, That's definitely not good. The Stadium top deck is going to be important. But him missing the KO doesn't seem too likely. Okay, he gets rid of Shaymin and Pumpkaboo. He's gonna go for another Shaymin. He has the TCG. He will play the Shaymin, which is important for later on potentially. But right now he doesn't have the KO. He absolutely needs a Battle Compressor. Oh wow, he's actually gonna play the Puzzle of Time, which is good. Puts us in even ground, I guess. Oh wow, he actually had 2 of them already. That was definitely good for him. And he gets a Battle Compressor off of the Trainer's Mail, which ensures he gets a KO. But he has not benched another Pokemon. Oh, but he will bench Shaymin, never mind. He has Shaymin in his hand. We know he has Shaymin in his hand. So I think I'm going to lose because of how badly I drew this game. I think I'm going to lose because I'm going to get benched out. I believe I will get benched out, which is unfortunate, especially in this deck, which really goes crazy, but we know my top decks. We really know my top deck, so things are not looking good, my friends. Things are not looking good for the last match of the week. As of now, I would say I'm going to lose a Night March Mirror match, but we'll have to see. My opponent gets another Battle Compressor, so he can still go even more crazy. The key here is, okay, he plays a Hex Maniac. The key here is, him not benching another Night Marcher, which he does. Smartly does. So, I'm going to top deck the Stadium. I will get the KO on this Joltik, but if he has the TCE, I'm going to provide the Stadium for him. So, as long as he finds the double colorless energy, that's game. As long as he finds the double colorless, that is game. I'm going to discard a Sycamore because the odds of drawing a Berserker are higher than drawing a Sycamore. I'm going to get rid of the Lampent, and for my final Pokemon, or rather discard, I will get rid of the Joltik. And it comes down to the top deck, and it comes down to, can he get another double colorless, which I'm sure he will be able to. I'd be really surprised if he doesn't. If not, then we might be able to do something based on that price. There's another Battle Compressor, so yeah, he has to go for it. I mean, there's no reason not to go for it. We will probably see one more Shaymin here, and potentially a Sycamore, or he discarded Teammate, so that guarantees the double colorless energy. So GG to Sneasel with a Z. He beats us in the Night March Mirror. There's really not much I could have done to prevent this, not with the hand I drew, which is unfortunate, but hey, it happens. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have taken some time to check out Bit Cultures. Seriously guys, it's a really cool site. All my Pokemon English content will be posted there, and it's the only place from now on where I will be posting public tournament reports. So if you want to know specifically how I did in a certain tournament, or read on look at the deck lists that I'm using and things like that at actual live tournaments, you should definitely check them out. And yeah, that's it for now guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week, and if you want to find out what deck we will be using next week, check out Facebook or Twitter on Sunday. And I've moved the polls exclusively to Twitter. So if you want to participate and help decide what deck gets played during the week, make sure to follow me on Twitter. And the February giveaway, I have not decided the winners yet, so there's still time. The tweet is still there. I have announced that the winners will be picked on the 31st of March. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And more giveaways will come during April. So following me on Twitter is definitely a good idea. Thank you guys, that's it from me. I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.